Hello, good morning, students.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Hope all of you are fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, do you remember what happened in the previous classes? What topic I was discussing? Students, are you able to listen me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So now in the previous classes we had started with the concept of the law library. Yes. Yes. So now, using of law library, so we had finished few points over here, right? We had finished a few points over here. I was telling you about the card, okay? The card, catalog card, okay? So when we talk about a catalog card, what is this catalog card? So when you see this catalog card, it is like a menu card. That is what I was telling you. So if you go to an hotel, so what are the dishes which is there in this particular restaurant or an hotel, so you will find out to order for a food. You see the menu card, right? The same way, if you see the catalog, you can see the author, you can see the year of publication, you can see whether this book is available in this library. Okay, so this is the catalog which is normally available in the any library. And now, previously there was a hard copies. Okay, hard copies used to be available in all the libraries, because now it has been computerized. Okay, since it has been computerized, in the computer you can find out the catalog, and in the catalog you can find the name of the author, title of the textbook, which book you want, what topic you want. All those things you will be getting from the computer catalog. Okay, a catalog document which will be there. In that you will get the entire information. Okay, so now I was telling you how a library is organized. How library is organized. At the entrance of the library, I was telling you that a pigeonhole boxes, card catalog are maintained in the alphabetical order. So A, B, C, D, E, F, like that. The pigeonholes, okay, if you remember the pigeonholes, so that normally it used to be there in any library, but today there are many changes which has happened in the present scenario. So hence that pigeon sort of boxes are not available in our library. It may be in the old libraries you can find still there. We can see that still they are maintaining the same sort of concept, but now it is modernized. Okay, modernized library we can see. So previously we can see that the pigeonhole boxes used to be kept, and their ABCD alpha, according to alphabetical order, the card catalog or the catalog used to be over there according to alphabetical order. Okay, so now with the advent of computer, catalogs are computerized. I was telling you catalogs are computerized now. So now the pigeonhole sort of boxes or compartments are not there, but now it is being stated in the computer itself. Okay, so now, so I was telling you that the catalog is arranged under the subject heads. They are further divided on the basis of titles and names of the author. They are known as subject entry and author entry cards. Oh, so you know that the catalogs are arranged according to subject heads. For example, A, when we talk about A, arbitration act. Okay, arbitration law textbook for A. For B, banking law. For C, company law, or C, civil procedure code. So D, there is no some drugs and cosmetics act, and now electronics act something, or environmental law. Okay, so like that, according to alphabetical order, the catalogs are being arranged. Okay, so they are further divided on the basis of the titles and the names of the author. They are also known as the subject entry and author entry. Further, the catalog is also being divided or classified under subject wise or according to author wise, which author you want. That is very important. See now, for example, legal research textbook. See, there are many authors. There are many authors who have written the textbook, but which author has written best, from which textbook? Okay, from which textbook we can find the maximum material. So that is also very important. Okay. Yeah. So now let us go back and discuss about this points. Okay. So now, yeah. So in the previous class, I had shown you this table. Okay. Hope you remember this table. So that is sample of a subject entry card. So if it is a subject entry card, this will be the details. Okay. In this table, it is a catalog. It is a catalog. All this entry will be made in this catalog. Okay. Now, let me go to the next thing. Normally, the library of the college stocks books which are taught there. See now, it might be any library for that matter. Any library for that matter. See what type of books is being kept in a library. What kind of library it is? Whether it is a public library, whether it is a college library, whether it is high court library, or it might be the district court library. So, what kind of library it is? Okay, so based on that, the books are being kept over there. So, if it is a college library, the subjects which are being taught over there, so those textbooks are being kept in that library. Okay, so now, but the library, when we talk about the library of a university, it might be any university, for example, Karnataka State Law University. So, this law university, since it is a law college or the law university, it doesn't mean that it has to keep only the law. What is connected to law? Sociology, political science, economics, psychology, what and all, history, English. So all these subjects are being taught. So apart from having the subjects which is being taught, many other textbook has to be kept in the university library. So normally a university library will be much more vast than compared to the any private colleges. Okay. So now while books in reference section of the library has to be referred to within the library itself, the library lends books to the students to be used outside the premises. See now, we have two sections of textbooks. One is reference textbook. One is you can read as well as carry it to your home. You can borrowing system. See now, I was telling you, it is very difficult to have all the materials which you want for research. Right. So a good library can give you the source of all this what you want for your research. So now what it tries to say is that we have two sections for issuing the textbook. One is called as reference, another one is called as issue center textbooks. Okay. So now in the reference textbook, it might be any reference textbook, it cannot be given to any outsider. Okay, any outsider cannot take it because it is a costly one thing and it is very difficult to get back those textbooks. Okay, so that is why certain textbooks are not given to the general public. Okay, in large. Now, so here reference is there where it is not being given, the books are not being given, but some more, few more racks will be there where it will, the purpose of those books is to rent it to the students. Let us give it to the students for some days so that they will read and come back and return it. So this is how a library is arranged. Now, in addition to the books available for reference and lending, the library prescribes to the periodicals pertaining to the subject like law, political science, philosophy and psychology. See now, apart from the textbooks which is available, Okay, so apart from the textbook which is available in the library, it's the duty of the library to get more material, more information which is under the dispute or under the controversy in the society. So it has to be informed to the students. Okay, so what it does is that it has some control on the colleges. What it does is that he has some control on the college. Now, based on what is the need of the students, so combinedly they either cancel the this thing or they will be giving the textbooks. Okay. Yeah. So what happens is that the library prescribes periodicals. Periodicals means what? Periodicals means one once in week, what twice in a week, or it will be yearly twice, or it might be annual subscriptions or periodicals. See, it's left to the class authority to give the information about a law concept or which is duty to give, and it has their own expenses. Just like law, political science, concepts, it might be anything for that matter. So the research, for the research purpose, the text should be ready with the library. Okay. So now apart from that, periodicals containing articles written by eminent authors on new lines of thought that have emerged in the world. See now apart from having these textbooks, there will be some textbooks which is very much required for giving information to the students. Right? For example, certain things which is being written by eminent authors. For example, the judge, the Chief Justice of India, he writes one textbook. So now such type of textbook should be available in the experience with in that textbook. So now it shall be the duty of the students to adapt to certain periodicals, writings of the eminent workers. So apart from that, yeah, apart from that, the students should visit their library of the institution and university to enrich themselves with the latest developments in the field of their studies and how the library functions. Information, enormous of information. Now it is the duty of the students to go visit the library, to have a frequent visit. It shall be the routine. Every day it shall be the routine that has you enter the class, listen to the lectures. It shall be your duty to go to the library, have a visit to the library, sit for a time, read something, study something, and make enrich your knowledge. It is very important that you make a habit. See, generally I'm telling all the students, see, it is your duty. Okay, those who are very good in language, see, you can achieve many things. Go sit, read, that you have to enrich your knowledge. So we do not know, see, whatever the course you do, whatever the things you read, we do not know when it will be useful. Today it might be useful, tomorrow it might not be useful. So just I advise all my students at least half an hour, make your time, just 30 minutes. Read some magazines, read some periodic, make the best benefit out of it. Okay. Some student is waiting. Just a second. Yeah, yeah. So, as I'm telling you, see now, every day you have four classes or five classes. After that, what work you will be having? What better work you will be having after the classes? See, you inform your parents that it is compulsory to sit in the library for just half an hour. See, your classes may take 2 hours. Sit in the library. Hello, is my voice clear, students? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what I'm trying to say is that, see, this is the general things which I had to tell you in the classroom. Okay, that I'm telling you through the online classes. See, after once the college starts, it is your duty to go to the library. Make a habit. See, sit. You have computer. Wi-Fi connections are there. Internet facilities is available, and many textbooks are there, many newspapers are there, periodicals are there, journals are there. Why don't you make a use of it? It is meant for you. It might be any subject for that matter. See, don't stick on to this particular subject. Okay, I'm only studying political science, economics, sociology, legal methods, and English. I should not study any other textbook. See, it is like an ocean. Library is like an ocean. You have to touch each and every book. See, make a habit that at least one textbook from the rack, I just take it out, just for, out of curiosity. What is this textbook is all about? What it is telling about it? See, one or the other day it will be benefiting you. Maybe not today, maybe not this semester, next semester, or the other semester, maybe not the whole course. But when you start practicing, maybe it will be useful. Oh, somewhere I had studied this topic. It is easy for you to do the research. So it, and this is the best time. Okay, the student life is meant for that. Study, make benefit of these textbooks, make use of the materials which is there in the library. Okay, that is what I suggest my students regarding to the use of library. Okay, now let us see the reference section, what is available. Okay, what is available in the reference section? See, reference section means what? This reference section in the library, it is only meant for reference. You can sit in the library, refer that textbook, and you cannot take that book. You cannot borrow that book. Okay, so here what type of textbooks which will be available in the reference section normally is that dictionary. Students, I personally suggest all of you to have a dictionary with you. Okay, you might tell me, ma'am, students will tell, ma'am, I have it in my mobile, ma'am, why I want dictionary? Everything is available in dictionary, no? Sorry, in the mobile, why I want a dictionary? See, having a book is something like a great thing. You have it with you, right? I appreciate, I agree that mobiles also gives us information. I'm not denying it. But if you have a dictionary with you, you see the language you can improve. See, there are many things in the library, in the dictionary, not only the meaning of a particular word. Not only, see, when you read, see, you when you read it or when you study in a mobile, you will get just the meaning of one word. But if you have a dictionary, what you can do is that when you are understanding one particular word, you also understand the next word which is adjacent to that, or which is above to that or below to that. This is the uniqueness of having a dictionary with you. So I suggest all the students, as you purchase any textbook, the same way have a good opinion on a dictionary. Okay, so you can buy one dictionary with you, but what I suggest is that, okay, what I suggest is that it should be in your regional language. Okay, and to English. Okay, if any word is there in English, so you can translate it to your mother tongue, then again to English in a simple language. Okay, so now what happens is that if a person gets the knowledge of any other language through his mother tongue, he will understand in a better way. Okay, it is very useful, very, very useful. If any students are having dictionaries and all, see at the back, the phrases are available. What and all they give the information, the latest information they give about the gravity. It might be the currency which is being used by other country. What is the language of another country? So all those extra information we can find in dictionary. Okay, so it is very benefit for the student, especially a law student. So now, besides dictionary of an English language, there are dictionaries of several purposes, special purposes or interest. They include dictionaries on synonym and anonymous, which are useful writings, aids, and dictionaries on terms or phrases in a particular field of knowledge. For example, Ramanathan Iyer's The Law Lexicon, in which one can find the meaning of all legal terms. Right? See, dictionary is not only a dictionary where from English you translate it to the common language of English. It is not like that. For example, what I can say, for example, a mountain. What define mountain? What is the meaning of a mountain? A hilly place, right? If you see the meaning of a mountain, a hilly place. So something which is very big, right? So now when we talk about that in a very common language, they try to give you the explanation. So it will very very useful, right? So now a person who is having the barrier in the language, who are not able to understand a particular word, if he visits or if he refer the dictionary, it will be very useful for a student. So apart from the general library, apart from the language library, we have many types of dictionaries also, like legal glossary. Okay, legal glossary. And next thing is that law Mexican. So all these textbooks, it gives you the meaning of the legal term. Okay, what are the legal term? Valid, invalid, void, suing, parties, plaintiff, defendant, suit, litigation, petition, writs. So there are many legal terms, right? All these legal terms are again been giving meaning of the law lexicon. Okay, when you see this textbook, it is available in our library. Okay, you can refer it. Okay, it is you can refer, and in this lexicon, law lexicon, you can find the meaning of the law terms. Okay, so this is about the dictionary. Next, encyclopedia. So now, science students would have known about it. Okay, encyclopedia, right? So what is this encyclopedia? It is an article in an encyclopedia can be useful for quick orientation to a subject and for specific purpose items of information. See now encyclopedia you get many information about many topics. See for science students would know many things about encyclopedia, right? So it might be regarding to the animals, or it may be to the world charts, or it may be some history, or it may be regarding to the civilization. So we have encyclopedias. So in that they give a detailed information about particular things. Okay, for example, mammals. Let us talk about a mammals. So if you want to know what is a mammal, what are the habits of a mammals, where we can find the mammals, in which country more mammals are there. So what is the food habits? So like that. So encyclopedia is a piece of a book which can be found in a library, which gives you the more meaning regarding to the specific items of information. Okay, so if the books contain a bibliography, it can be useful as a guide to the general sources of information of a subject. So what the when we see the bibliography of that particular textbook, okay, when you see the bibliography of that bibliography of the textbook. So here it is what is a bibliography? The number of textbooks which they have referred, okay, from the where they have got the information about this particular subject. For example, a chart of India, okay, the chart of the map of India. So now if you want to know which are the historical places in India, okay, or what are the historical monuments which is there in India. So we have a particular map which talks only about the monuments, or an encyclopedia only about monuments. So now you here how they have got the information, from which textbooks they have got the information, or what is the source of information to those people. So in that bibliography they would have written that from this textbook they had taken the topics. Okay, so this is the sort of, this is one kind of book which is available in the law library. Now, third point, yearbooks. What is this yearbooks is all about? Many of the needs for specific and current information are meant by yearbooks of various type. Okay, yearbooks contain wide variety of information and also the statistics for a particular year. See now, yearbooks means there are certain books which is meant for, which has been published on once in a year. Okay, once in a year they contain a lot of information. So everything from January 1st till December 31st, so they would have collected all the information and they would have published it. Okay, so now you get complete information of that particular year. It might be politics, okay, for example politics. So what has happened in India regarding to the politics, so they would have taken the complete information and they would have done it. For example, income tax. See now all the departments of that government, now they have to publish the textbooks, so the books of their department. For example, rainwater, rain. Okay, when we talk about the rainwater, in this particular year, what was the rainfall? What was the average rainfall? When there was heavy rainfall, whether this year, whether there is heavy rainfall or it is normal or it is less. Okay, so like that, every department has its own publication, yearly publication. The same way the Supreme Court, the High Courts are having publication. So year-wise publication is being done, and you can see that the complete case laws of that particular year will be published in different journals or in different books, that is called as yearly textbooks. Okay, so one example, okay, one example I can give, that is Malayala Manoharam is a well known yearbook of India. Yearbooks are very useful for obtaining information on the occurrences in the country in a specific year. Yearbook is a good source for general knowledge. Okay, so we have Malayala Manorama. So this textbook is a general textbook where you can find the information about the complete year, the events which has happened, the important events which has happened in this year, all the things will be written over there. You know that in this year what happened, what was the important thing is corona is a very important thing which has happened. Apart from that, nothing has happened, right? It has happened, many things have happened. It might be politics, science, sociology, or it may be in different department, many things have happened. And in certain textbooks they would have published all these things, okay, all the complete year information. Okay, okay, so now let us go to the next concept, that is the legal materials available in a law library. Okay, so the legal materials which is available in the law library. What are the legal materials you can find in the law library? Is that on a law library and how to use it. High Court H.C. Jain says the following: like any other library, a law library is a trinity of man, materials, and building. See now, H.C. Jain, okay, this person, he has told that what is a law library? Like any other library. If you refer any other library, Like any other library, a law library is a trinity of man, like materials and building. So we can see that it is a united this men, materials and building. So when we see the men, materials and building, some creativity, some information is available in the library. It may be related to the man, it may be related to the materials, it may be related to the buildings. So all this information we can find in the library. So in a library, law library, books and periodicals are classified and placed in an orderly manner. See now journals, especially there is a lot of difference between a textbook and a journal. So now in the if it have been a live classes, I would have shown what is a textbook, what is a journal. Okay, so now when we discuss about the journal, this periodicals and the textbooks are being separated. Okay, they don't keep everything together in a law library or it may be any other library. So which are the textbooks? What are the periodicals which come? So everything is being separated. Whether it is a journal, whether it is a magazine, whether it is a yearly magazine or monthly magazine or a weekly magazine. How many newspapers are being brought to the college? Okay, so completely everything will be kept in an orderly manner. So now it is also stocks authoritative books on allied branches like philosophy, political science, public administration, economics, etc. See now, apart from having the law library textbooks, okay, apart from having the law textbooks in the law library, the library contains about several other elite books, means which is connected to the law, like philosophy, it may be political science, it may be public administration or economics. So even those textbooks are also available in the law libraries. Why? Because it is something which is connected to the law subject. Okay, yes. So now let us go to the next slide. Consultation of primary sources of law is very important for a researcher, right? See now when we discuss about, one second, just a second, please wait for a minute. Selva Kumar, assignment topic, company law, what? Company law. ஒரு நிமிஷம் கிளாஸ் இருக்கு. I'll just talk to you later. Oh, yes. So now, hello students. So consultation of primary sources of law is very important for a researcher. See now, when we talk about the primary sources of law is very important for a researcher. See now, if you want to know about something, right? See now, what is law? Define law and explain the theories of law. Yesterday, one student has sent me all the information, ma'am. I have collected this information. Shall I write everything? See now, what happens is that, see, this is the problem which even I face. That what to be written, what not to be written, that is very important. We should understand that when I want to write an assignment, whether I can copy the complete thing, whatever I get the information, should I copy it in my book? No. You have to read it. You have to study it. You have to understand it. Okay, you have to read it, study it, understand it, whether it is relevant to my topic, then I should write it in the books, or which is very important. See, if I have 30 pages, I cannot write all the 30 pages here because it is very difficult to remember. So which is useful, that is enough to write an assignment. So the law student, he should understand the primary sources of law, means the primary things which he has to understand about the law. Please someone mute your speaker, it is disturbing a lot. I'll just check it out. Nasreen, Nasreen. Nasreen, please mute your speaker. Nasreen, Nasreen Parveen, mute your speaker, ma. Mute your speaker. Okay. So now, India is a law of lands. Parliament and state legislatures every year. Similarly, the Supreme Court and the High Court of India pronounces number of judgments. They are the primary sources of law in the form enacted laws and the case laws. See now, what are the primary sources of law? See now, India is a land of laws. How many laws are enacted every year? At least 20, at least 30. Every year there is a new legislation which comes into the picture. Thousands and thousands of enactments, that is the statutes, or in a very simple language I can say law. There are many laws which has been enacted by the parliament and which has been applied on us. Okay, it might be union government or it might be the state government. They come up with a new legislation and they try to adapt it on us. See, today I read one article in the newspaper. Okay, today I read an article in the newspaper that BBMP will be charging 200 rupees for us. For what? Did you see any one of you read any newspaper today? Hello students, are you listening to me?
Ma'am, I think for door-to-door service,
What service, dear?
they will come and collect the waste.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Very good. See now, today that is what I heard. That is the BBMP will be charging 200 rupees for us for collecting the waste, the garbage which has been collected from us. Now we have to give 200 rupees for that also. See now that is one of the rules and regulations of BBMP. That is Bangalore Development Authority or BB, that is Mahanagara Palike. So now when we talk of Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, see now when we talk about that, it is a rule which is being given by this Palike, by this authority, lawmaking authority. Right? See now like that we have many enactments, many legislations are there. Every day new legislations will come into effect. So which are binding on us. Right? So now apart from that, the Supreme Court and the High Courts are giving new judgments. Every day one or the other judgments are there. It is called as a leading cases. It may be related to the new things which is happening in the society. Every day new things are happening and we can see that the Supreme Court is trying to adopt or it is trying to update itself according to the changing needs of the society. So often and often we can see the latest judgments which has been given by the Supreme Court and the High Courts of different states. So now this will be called as the primary sources of law. That is the enactment, the piece of legislation. It might be called as a rule, regulations. All those things is called as the primary sources of law. And the second is that the Supreme Court judgments, the High Court judgments is also considered as the primary sources of law. Okay, clear? Yes. So now let us go to the next point. Okay, law reports. What is this law report is all about? Reports of judgments of Supreme Court and High Court, that is AIR, are stacked year wise. Okay, so if you come to the library, when you enter into our library, okay, when you just if you would have come to our library, when you have come entered into the library, just towards the left side we have number of racks which is next to the adjacent to the wall. Okay, whatever the textbook which is kept over there, it is called as AIR, All India Reporter, the judgments of the Supreme Court. Okay, the Supreme Court judgments and High Court judgments are being taken. The books are binded and year wise. For example, 2020, how many cases were being heard? How many cases judgment have been passed? So complete information You can find it in the Supreme Court cases, that is AIR, All India Reporter, and it is sacked according to year wise. So we have it from 19 maybe 60s, 1960s, from 1960, 60 every year, 1960, 61, 62 till 2020. Not 20, maybe 2000, if I'm not sure, if not wrong, it might be till 12, 2012 or 13, till 2012 and 13, it is updated. Our AIRs are been updated. When this is the scenario, why we should get AIR? Why a law library should have an AIR? The reason is that what is the recent judgment which has been passed regarding to a particular things. Okay, so this is what about the reports of law reports. Supreme Court judgments, judgments of the High Court are arranged in the alphabetical order. See, now again it has been arranged in the alphabetical order. How it is arranged? Highly very difficult to explain in online classes. See, if I had a live classes, I would have shown. See, according to alphabetical order, the book is being marked. For example, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll try to explain it to you. See now, AIR 2020. For example, this year, how many, normally, the previous years will be published, okay, 2019. In 2020, they'll take some time, 1 year or 3, 4 months they will take, and within 3, 4 months they will publish it, okay. So now, for example, 2019, from January till December 31st, how many cases came before the court? Okay, so now that would have been written according to alphabetical order. For example, A. From A, how many states will start? Allahabad, right? So, A. Andhra Pradesh. So, from this state, how many cases have come? Maybe 30 cases, 40 cases, or 50 cases, leading cases. I'm not talking about those cases who got settled or they fought and the verdict was different. I'm telling those judgment where the court had given the judgment, this thing. Okay, so now these are being kept in alphabetical order. I told you, no, A, B, C, G. So according to this order, the books are being arranged. Okay, so now other reports such as Supreme Court cases, SCC. Please observe, students, do not distract your mind. Please concentrate on this. That is Supreme Court cases, SCC. Okay, next, Supreme Court journals. It is called as SCJ. That is SCJ. That is Supreme Court journals. Next, Supreme Court reporter, SCR. Next, are kept separately and they two are arranged year wise and volumes. So if more than one and are there arranged in the alphabetical order, so it might be the journals also. Every journals it might be having 2 editions or 3 editions or 4 editions. So all these editions should be kept in a separate place and it should not be given to the and it should be given only to the law student and no one else. Okay, so this is a strict condition which has been given by the High Court. Okay, so next slide. So law, case law reports related to the specific laws such as labor law, criminal law, ITR, that is the income tax reports are published periodically. See, all the law related things will try to publish it every year. But law reporters are not like that. That is, when we talk about the certain things, okay, that is the case law reports related to specific laws such as labor law, all those things, even those are published periodically. For example, once in a week or once in a month. Normally, all this will be published in once in a year. So again, there is no need of publication in the high courts or etc. Next, they are bound into the volumes on yearly basis with volume numbers and serially. See now what they do is that they try to bind it. Okay, I told you, no, it will be in a small rough. It will be a smooth finishing will be given for the wrapper. But now once we received it, we will try to bind it. Okay, we'll try to bind it and make sure that it shall be for a long lasting. Okay, for a long lasting. So here they bound into volumes on yearly basis. So boundly they do it yearly basis, and with volume. How many volumes are there? Whether one volume, second volume, third volume, fourth volume. So the number of cases, depending upon the number of cases, the volume also will increase. So stacked serially. So according to year wise, from 1947 till 2007. So they will try to arrange it in a very serial, in a proper way. Okay, so this is about your law library. So today for the day I will stop. I'll stop for the day. In the next classes I will be discussing legislative material. In the coming up class I will be explaining you, and a small information for the students. Students, tomorrow I may take the class, I may not take the class. Okay, tomorrow I have a doubt that I can engage any classes for you. So please don't wait for my message for tomorrow. Okay? If it is there, I will give you information early. Are you listening to me,
Yes, ma'am.
students?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, tomorrow, because of some practical work, I may be or may not be take the classes for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have from 12 to 1, right? If time is available, I'll definitely take the class. Otherwise, I will not be able to take the class for tomorrow. If it is there, I will inform you by, you just wait to 12 o'clock whether my, if I send the message, you join the classes. If it is not there, need not worry. Okay. Anyhow, I have told you, I have informed you. Tomorrow I'll not be taking the classes. If time is available, I'll take it. Otherwise, no. Okay. So let me take your attendance.